Hey guys, I'm 64 here, welcoming you back for some more Pikmin series. In the last episode, we finished up the Dream Den of Pikmin 2. Almost. In this episode, we're going to take on the final boss. Now, before we go inside the middle, which is actually where the boss arena is, if you have never played any sort of game with a final boss, I kind of like to just note, this kind of reminds me of a GameCube. Like the middle is kind of like the disc, at the outside, except for like the shower room tiles. It's kind of room how they had like the shower room tiles around like the arena, inside the arena a little bit and a little bit outside. I thought that was kind of cool. And then the ship is kind of like the power button. The geyser is kind of what ruins everything, but you know that's okay. So this yellow definitely has the right idea here. And, oh great. Darn it, I was going to have a red leaf for this, because I know you guys want me to carry back the last treasure with the red leaf. It's okay though. I'll still probably carry it back with the red, because technically this is where we got the reds in the first place. And this is where this dungeon is actually right where the first ship part was, the main engine. And if you guys have not seen that, so it's technically like right next to where the reds were. So anyways, going inside the center, you see blue light. It's the president! Nope, it's Louis. And it's surrounded by a lot of treasures. Is that Louis, Mr. President? I have located Louis resting on a vast amount of treasure. For him to venture to these depths alone, the desire of man is a thing to be feared. Well, Louis kind of is a thing to be feared because you know how many rocks he tanked through just to get here? But Louis is not moving. Could he have exhausted his strength in reaching these depths? There may yet be time. Quickly to Louis' aid. Okay. But we cannot because the treasures have legs, kind of like the Hills of Ice. Okay. Meet the Titan Dweevil. Now, this guy, these treasures, believe it or not, are actually weapons. This blue one that you can see right here is the monster pump. The thing that he's using right now is actually really good because he's using his electric attack, and I completely failed. That is called a shock therapist that he used. The water weapon is a monster pump. The purple thing is the comedy bomb. The poison. The red one is fire. That's called a flare cannon. So we're gonna attack the monster pump first. That is definitely his best weapon. You want to use a red potion and attack the monster pump right away. That is his most deadly weapon. And that is the main reason why the others are actually hiding behind a geyser. Yeah, they're hiding behind a geyser. Thought I forgot to do that. So he uses weapon, one of his weapons. Basically, if I knock this other weapon off, it's already smoking. Smoking just means that it's going to malfunction. That can either be a bad thing for him or a good thing for him. Most of the time it's a good thing. But, basically what it does is it just puts a bunch of bubbles everywhere. It just squirts bubbles everywhere. It hits everywhere on the field. It hits every Pikmin except for the blues. It's very deadly. It's his most deadly weapon. You definitely want to take care of that first. And then probably the shock therapist, which he keeps spamming for some reason. Oh, and we got the monster pump off. I guess I never have to show off that attack. Oh well. The next weapon you want to go for, believe it or not, is the comedy bomb. Why does he keep using electricity? And, you know, you like electricity a lot. Dude, stop zapping me. You're like a mean version of Ben Franklin or something. I don't know. Well, I guess maybe Ben Franklin wasn't mean, but it's a mean version of him, so yeah. speaking of Ben Franklin's, never mind. I forgot what I was gonna say about that. And he's using the comedy bomb. Wow, we already used 2 red potions. I'm not really sure if his weapons have like their own like HP or like they're harder to knock down or something. The comedy bomb is smoking, so that's pretty good. That means it's gonna like swirl around more. It's not really that bad. We're gonna attack the flare cannon too. I think normally he uses the attack that you're actually attacking. And I like how he kind of turns the color of the attack that he's using. When he turns red, it's fire, yellow is electricity, purple is poison, and blue is obviously the water. I think, I honestly don't remember if I got the Pikmin that are, drowning tutorial in this game. I mean, like, the one, like, not when they're in the water, but I don't know. And also, if you guys haven't noticed, the weapons have, like, their own music when they're using it, when he's using that weapon. And wow, he keeps spamming this electricity, I don't know why. And that weapon is down. Now it's just the shock therapist, which he's actually going to spam when he's already... He didn't even use the monster pump at all. It's actually kind of sad. And this weapon's already almost off. Normally this battle only takes about 15 minutes. Some people say it takes him like hours to fight him, but he's not really that bad. He can really deflower your Pikmin. It's not really that bad though. But once he's done, his eyes are like LEDs. They like change colors. And you can see Lou's on top of his head. There's a waiting on top of his head. Believe it or not, he does have like a little dirty secret that I really want to show at the end of this episode when I'm done with this. The Titan Weevil. Believe it or not, he's actually a harmless creature. Kind of like the man at legs. He's actually a harmless creature. I mean, it's kind of just the machinery that controls the man at legs, and the Titan Weevil is actually a harmless creature. He can no longer kill Pikmin. So I'm pretty much good to go. I can't lose any other Pikmin in this fight, so it's actually pretty nice. Okay. Hopefully this will be our last potion that we have to use. If you purple potion him at the very end, he actually turns into a bunch of potions, but if you don't, he just turns into a bunch of bubbles and he dies. Which he's actually about to right now. We are done. Pikmin 2 is over, except not really because we still have to collect these treasures. Which are all worth the same amount of Pokos, except for this. So, we have rescued Louie now. Yay! Louie? Are your life functions fading? No, he appears to only have fainted. He's always running into trouble. Instruct the Pikmin to carry him. There's not enough room for him in the cockpit anymore. We will have to keep him in the cargo hold with the treasure cord. So, that was the end of Pikmin 2. This is my favorite game of all time. Well, that kind of changes a lot, but I mean, this game is always there for me when I'm angry. Especially when I'm angry, I still play it, because normally it's the game that gets me angry in the first place. I think it'd be cool if their Pikmin types just got to carry back their own weapon thing, which means the yellows will carry back something, I don't know. They'll carry back the shock therapist, and then the purples can just help with all of them. Which We might not have enough Pikmin. Like 14 whites? Seriously? Oh no, we have 15. They need help. Let's get the blues on their treasure. Dude, what the heck? Let's carry that back, please. So they got the first one back. They're all 1,000 Pokos. We get a shock therapist. Comedy Bomb is back. Also 1,000 Pokos. By the way, we should end up with over 2,700 or 27,000. Yeah. Can't believe we're done with this game already. I mean, this is actually a pretty long game. Well, I guess it's kind of decent length. I mean, normally I consider a decent length game to be about, like, if you're doing a YouTube Let's Play about it, it should be about 35 to 60 videos. Anything below that I think is considered too short. Anything above it is way too long, in my opinion. Maybe 60-something videos. And then we got Louie coming back. I'm just gonna have a red carry it. Probably could have just let a yellow carry it because the yellows fought really hard today. I mean, they all got deflowered. Flare cannon. And then we're carrying back the Louie. This is our last treasure, guys. Technically, well, I guess a flare cannon is technically our last treasure, but technically this is the last one. I guess I consider Louie a treasure now. And he's technically worth something. I mean, 10 Pokos, it's not really a lot, but apparently that's like a month's salary to a Hokotation. Okay. So we're done with the Dream Den. I can't believe we have to say goodbye to our pickies. You guys ready? The little white is like dancing. He's like, woo! We're done. We don't have to work anymore. Yay! Yeah. The president's yawning because this is the only game that the president actually makes a face in. Or appears in, rather. But now that we're done, I don't want to drag on the video too much because there's still one more thing I want to show off after this. It's probably like 50 seconds long, but I still want to show it off. Plus I want to show off the treasure hoard and the enemy horde. Or the enemies. Like 14 Pikmin deaths. I would clap. I'm like clapping inside my head right now for how badly I did. But, you know, this is not that bad of a run of Pikmin 2. Especially for only resetting twice. You've collected every treasure? Yay! Believe it or not, that's actually what the ship looks like when it's blasting off. I think that looks really cool. It looks like a bunch of like atoms are like going in there and then bursting, and that's how rockets fly. The Pikmin look like invisible. You can see through the Pikmin in this cutscene. If this is the cutscene that I'm thinking of, I believe it's the cutscene that I'm thinking of. But the president's just laughing in the background. Almar's watching all the lights down there. I wonder if they realize that they still got a bunch of purples and whites in there. I see purple lights down there and blue lights, but you don't see any purples or whites in this cutscene. The blues are like, that blue you can see through. It's weird. And then this cutscene, it looks like 2 yellow onions and a red onion, but, you know, there's like stuff wrong with the blue Pikmin in this cutscene. Don't know why. But there's no credits because we already saw the credits. I don't know why they just didn't have the credits there. I guess because people would think that they're done with the game, and then like Pikmin 3 is about going back to Louis, so then they just assume that they're done with the game. Even though they're clearly not. Pikmin 2. I wonder why it's a red flower. Isn't it supposed to be like pink? I don't even know. We're gonna look at our final standings. Bet we lost like 100 Pikmin. It's actually quite sad. Only 5 purples before the final boss. It's actually really sad. The end. Pretty sure Pikmin 3, I don't know if it says the end or if it says fin. Pikmin lost 85. Wow. Lost in battle 69. Water 1. Electricity 6. Explosions 9. Pikmin born 252. That's actually the least amount of Pikmin I've ever raised. I'll look at the rest of the standings. Right here. Okay. So let's see. Days spent. I had 2 runs of 12 days. I thought I only had 1 run of 12 days. I already knew about my 13. I mean, like, I remember like every Let's Play since like I think the first Let's Play I've ever done was over 40 days, so I just quit and then restarted, and then I think it was like 21 days. Then I did like 15 days, and about 15 again, and then 14, and 13, and 12, and then apparently 12 again. And then like 3 or 4 15-day runs because of how I'm just practicing going slow for you guys. So all in all, I did about 10 to 12 runs of this game. And I guess I kind of restarted a lot more. I mean, do you guys realize that when you play games, you seem to know the beginning of the game more, mostly because you always do the beginning of the game more, so you always like restart. And so you get the Succulent series, plunge into the juicy world of alien cuisine. You've collected the Nature's Candy series, avant-garde veggies for modern gourmets. You've collected the Xenoflora series, botanists will fog their spectacles all over these wonders. You've collected the Paleontology series, who knows what these beasts left behind. You've collected the Ancient Secrets series, this old junk will make romantics weep with joy. You've collected the Tortured Artist series, everyone's inner artist would crave this set. Okay then. You've collected the Modern Amenities series, advanced technology, or worthless junk. The lip service is in there. I don't know why I decided to point that out. You've collected the Space Love series. These designs will transcend intergalactic cultural barriers. You've collected the Crystallized Emotion series with a flashing name. You can sell anything. Bad voice crack. You've collected the Dream series. Consumers hear the word dream and open their wallets. Of course they do. You've collected the Blast from the Past series. My nostalgic pitch will transform these oldies into hits. You've collected the Massive Receptacle series. Teleportations could practically live in these. Well, I guess they could. You've collected the Ancient Ad series. These persuasive logos are amazing and attention grabbers. You've collected the Odd Logo series, indecipherable symbols are all the rage these days. I think that's the word, indecipherable. I might be saying it wrong. If you collect the Titan Dweeble series, entomologists and film directors will buy them by the whole load. The comedy bomb. I'm pretty sure Almars has something funny for that. Go to the area selection. I know this video is a little bit on the longer side, but hey, it's a Pikmin 2 finale. Oh, the Picklepedia. Even though Louis never met these, I guess he has notes for them. Let's see, Louis. Eaten raw, this predator's luxurious legs are bold and full flavor. What a satisfying crunch. Titan Dweeble family, okay. Almars are boring, okay. Is there any enemies that I missed? I don't think I missed anything. Nope. I fought every enemy. I was kind of worried that I kind of missed like an anode beetle or a munch dweeble or something like that. 46, 47, 48 are the crimson, the gold, and the lilac lazuli candy pop buds. Basically just the blue, the red, and the yellow versions. I don't even know how to pronounce the blue one, but obviously the gold is red and crimson, or the gold is yellow and crimson is red. I think I probably just said red twice. But there's a lot of things that I missed. I'm definitely going to have a bonus video for both Pikmin games so far. I'm not really sure about Pikmin 3. Actually, yeah, I might have a couple for Pikmin 3 once I do that game. We're going to turn to the title screen. We're actually going to go to bonuses because, so we've seen every single one of these cutscenes except for Louis' Dark Secret. Basically, Louis is actually evil. It's kind of like the Bowser of Pikmin, I guess, or Fawful maybe. Because this is kind of a trilogy, and then Fawful didn't appear in the 4th game. Like how he started as a minion, and then he went into like researching and stuff, and then he like planned everything out. And Louis didn't appear in the 1st game. In this game, he seemed innocent and quiet. Then he turned out to be weird, and then Pikmin 3 is way different. So he's the one that actually ate the golden pick carrot, so he's the whole reason why Pikmin 2 existed, which I'm glad. Louis is definitely my favorite then. And I never ever spelled his name right for some reason. I don't know why. Because I'm just not used to having every single vowel except for A. Sometimes Y. Okay. With that cough said, we are finally done with Pikmin 2. In the next episode, we'll start on Pikmin 3 and see what Pikmin 3 holds for us, okay? I'll see you guys in the next episode, okay? Bye.